So hi guys, in this video we'll be learning the basket weave stitch, which looks like this. And if you can see the raises and you can see the bottoms, and it looks like it's been weaved. Like you can see how it looks sideways over here a little bit, but then over here it looks like it's going up the right way. So let's begin. For this we need to have our slip knot. I'm going to be using a size I hook, and you need to chain a multiple of stitches and add 4. So why don't we do 16 for this tutorial? You do how much ever is needed to reach the 6-inch mark. Okay, so as you can see, I have my 16 stitches right here, and we're going to begin with double crochet. And in double crochet, we have to skip 4 chains before we go into the first one. So yarn over, 1, okay, so this is 1, okay, so we have 1 right here, 2, 3, 4. So go into here, and we're going to double crochet in every chain after that. So why don't you go ahead and do your double crochets in everything. Okay, so I have my row full of double crochets. After this is where the fun part comes in, where we're actually doing the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet. These are different because as you see in this pattern, what you do is you go into the back, you go into this portion of each stitch, and you can see it on this side how it happens like this. So it's kind of like a reversible pattern, because if you keep it this way, it looks like it's being woven underneath right here, but then if you keep it like this side looks like it's woven underneath. Okay, so what you need to do now is chain 2. And you need to be very careful of what you're doing, because if you're not, then you're just the whole thing is going to be messed up. And you need to keep track of your counting as well, because that matters a lot. So we're going to skip this first double crochet. And what we're going to do is do a front post double crochet. So we're going to have to yarn over. And a front post double crochet is when you go in between the loops, the first two loops, and then go in, and you're picking up this stitch. We're not going into the V's anymore. So you count this as a loop, and this is a loop, and that's a loop. So that's 3. Yarn over and do a regular double crochet. So pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So that is 1 front post double crochet. So we yarn over, we go in back, pick it up in the front, do it again, and we have to do this 3 times, not 3 more times. So that's 2, and we just go in 1 more time. So pick that, go in here, okay. So we pick it up. Okay, so we have our 3 stitches, and you can see how it sort of comes up, right? Compared to in the back where it's just kind of there and it's pushed back. This is where you get that V, like that. You see that V right there? That's where you get it from. Okay? So now, let's continue. So we have those 3, and we have to be very careful of where we're going into, because the pattern does kind of like make it change. Okay, yeah, this is right. And then you want to yarn over. This time, instead of going in through like this, we're going to want to go from the back. So keep your yarn over. This will make this portion of the stitch will make this loop come off. So you want to make sure you're holding it on. I hold on to it with my thumb. So you go in from the back and pick it up backwards, hence the name back post. So pull it through carefully, keeping the loop. Now you have 3. And then pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Go ahead, yarn over, and then go from the back, and then go back one more time. So what we're doing is we're coming in from the back, and then we're going into the back of the other loop. It's the exact opposite of what we're doing in the front post. So then you have this loop, but then you're just going to pull this through. Oh no, see, this is what happens. The loop will go away, so make sure you hold on to it. So we want to come in the back, yarn over, pull through, keep holding on to the loop or else it'll come off. There. And then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that was 2. So you yarned over, right? Go in from the back, pick it up, hold on to these 2 again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through these. Okay, so we're done with the front post and the back post stitches. Now all you have to do is do 3 front post, 3 back post, and continue that until the end of the row. When you get to the last stitch, all you need to do is do, like, not the last stitch, but the turning chain. Go in and do a regular double crochet like we do in the V's. Okay? So we've reached our last stitch, and all you have to do is yarn over and do a double crochet right here. Okay, so now we're done with that row, and it's kind of hard for you to see in this lighting, but when I turn it over, you can see how this is like raised extremely, and this is like dipped, and this is raised, and this is raised but only on this, and it's dipping, and it's the exact opposite that's happening over here. Okay. So now we have to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to repeat whatever we did in this row. So it's front post 3 times, back post 3 times, front post 3 times, back post 3 times. Why don't you go ahead, pause the video and do row 3. Make sure when you go in, you skip the first double crochet and then continue. So skip this one. Don't go in anywhere because you can't, but go in through here and here. All right, so we're almost done. All we have to do now is go into our last stitch and do a double crochet. So it's going to seem like you've left off some spot, like when you do the double crochet at the end. That's okay, that's normal, but just go ahead in the last one and do it. Now you can see how it pops up right here and it goes back right here, right? And that's what it's supposed to look like. That's how it looks like in this. It pops up and it goes back. And we still have those V's in the middle, which is what we want. So basically, this whole pattern is actually 5 rows, and we repeat row 2 and 4 twice, which means, like, you know how you had your regular double crochet right here, and here we started with front post and back post, and then we do the same thing on row 3, and then row 4 will be back post, then front post. And we do that again in row 5, and that is your pattern from row 2 to row 5. So next we're going to chain 2, and then yarn over and skip the first chain like always, and then back post. So come in from the back, go in, make sure that you have your hand on this, because this tends to come out and we don't really want that. If it does come out and you're just super frustrated, what you can do, and when it comes out, I'll show you what you can do. So yarn over. So say that my stitch, I'm not holding on to it, and, oh wait, it didn't come out. Okay. Okay, so I'm not holding on to it, I'm just going into the back, right? And if it does come out, and pretend that this isn't there, so you can yarn over and go through just one loop, pretend that that was one loop. You can go through that one loop and then go through the other loop. It's an easy way, and it'll still look like a double crochet, it just won't be as fat in the middle. So we did 2, so we yarned over and then go through the back. Just be really slow when you're taking it, and it'll help you. So that was 3. Yarn over, now we're going to do front. So go in from the back, pick it up in the front, and then yarn over. Do that once. Come in, picking up the actual stitch. So that was 2. Yarn over, pick it up, and that's 3. Now if you want to, you can just go ahead and you watch the video up until like the end of this and then finish it off, because the 5th row is the exact same thing as row 4. So we did 3, yarn over, and we're going into the back, so go like this. Be careful when you're pulling it. Oh, see, you can see how it has it. So you can just go through one loop, right, and then yarn over, go through 2. It's not actually correct, but if you're rushing, go ahead and do that. So go from the back. Okay. Through 2, one more time backwards, and then through. Sometimes it just doesn't want to stay. I don't know why it happens, it just happens. So just be careful when you're picking it. Okay, so then we have 2 and 3. Do we have 3? Yeah, we have 3 front posts. So go in, yarn over, go in through the, go in to the front, pick it up, okay. Oh. Okay, and then go into the front and one more time. Sometimes it feels like you're doing it wrong, but you're correct. All right. So we did that, and now all we have to do is do our double crochet right in here. And that was row 4. So you can see the stitch starting to come. Right, you can see it over here. If I tilt it, you can see how it comes like you're going up and then all of a sudden it goes away. So it looks, if you continue the whole thing into a square, it'll look like it's going backwards and then you have this and then it's just going in like a wave. Alright, so row 5 is the same thing as row 4. So chain 2. And yarn over, skip the first stitch, and we want to go in and do a back post. So that means coming in from the back, going out. Make sure we hold on to the stitch, don't let it come off. Okay, so yarn over, hold on. Okay. And continue going 3 back posts, 3 front posts, 3 back posts, 3 front posts until the end. Okay, so we're almost done. All we have to do is do our double crochet. Make sure you don't forget that or else you'll be making Christmas trees. We don't want that, even if they're basket weaved. Okay, so we have our piece. Now the awesome part is because we're doing our double crochets right there, it makes our piece automatically into a square shape. It looks nice and perfect and comes out. This part will be perfect, and then in the end, this part will be perfect. It'll just have a nice texture, and you can see that right there. Right, and so we won't have, in this pattern, we won't have to worry about it going, making Christmas trees or hourglasses or cones, right? And just make sure your stitches are tight, or else I know it's going to be hard if your stitches are way too tight and you can't go in, so don't make it too tight, but at the same time, don't make it too loose, because then it's just going to come out all flappy and not look so good. Another thing to remember is when you go in to the top portion of the stitch, not the bottom portion, because the bottom is from the previous row, the top is from the current row that you should be working in. That's it. This is slightly a difficult pattern, but I think you guys can get it. So, yeah.